All right, I'm out here. I got home, and it's been getting cold, people. So, you know, when I left, when was that? End of September? I just got back. So, we're trying to finish up the dump trailer. We had to get it done. The next couple days is going to be decent. I mean, it's cold out, but it's weather that says you can still weld in this weather. It's not raining. So what we did today is, well, let me show you. We've got the perches welded on. Okay, so we got these welded in. Okay, we got the middle section welded in. And the other thing is I wanted to show you was underneath there's holes. You want to plug weld the holes as well. And what I did was I sanded them down afterwards. But it's important, I went all the way around it. I went all the way around and welded it really nice and made sure, tacked it real good. And she's really, really solid. And we've plug welded all the holes underneath, like I showed you. Okay. So you not only have weld all the way around it, but you have welds going up into the bottom. And I honestly think that that's, how do I put it? That's may even be a code when they're inspecting trailers, but the back perches I didn't change because although they have a little bit of rust on them, the holes and everything are solid on them, so we didn't do anything with that. But I wanted to show you where the bolt goes through on this side. It has a square notch in it, but look at the old one. Okay, take a look at that. So she was pretty wallered out. She was well overdue. And the situation demanded that if I wanted to have an excellent trailer and do it with excellence, I had to do it, and do it right. You had to let that go, and you had to put these in. So now, where did they go? Right here. These ones here are my new ones. And as you see, those holes are really tore up really bad. The bushing in there is bad. So we have a new bushing. We have new bolt hardware. And the situation says pay attention to what's happening, people, because take a look at this. This one here has a hole down at the bottom, and that one has a hole more in the middle or the top. You see that? So I noticed that. So this is actually has an orientation that goes like this. So that's how I'm going to install them. Tomorrow's another day. I need to go to the store real quick and get some etching primer and get these in etch primer for tomorrow. And then the next couple of days, how do I put this? As you see, the other two perches are welded in. I actually measured them really nice. So what I did was I measured one side, right? Where are we at here? Hold on. Be patient with me, people. I've been outside in the cold. So we have like 61 inches, right? And then we have, get back here. Looks like just under 32, so 31 3/4. It's very important that you measure these things, people, or you will have a trailer that says, I'm not going down the road right. So as you can see, 31 3/4, okay? And let's see if we got 61 over here. Ho-ho! Somebody knows how to measure. But hey, just want to always remember, and I'll say this for all the people in the back even that aren't listening, measure twice and tack once, if you know what I mean. Because you don't want to waste no grinding material, and you don't want to waste your time, because your time is where it's at. So we are out here and we're getting her done. We're getting her done right. How do I put this? The sky says this is a snow sky. This says it might snow tonight possibly, but it's too late, people. It's getting late in the season. We've got to get this underway. So tomorrow we're gonna have this possibly all hooked up, and we're gonna possibly come Thursday. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Okay, Wednesday or Thursday I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. I may spray the epoxy primer on it Wednesday, and then you have to wait for a flash time, so I'll probably wait the following day when it warms up. I got some black urethane that I'm going to coat on this, and we're going to call it a winter, you know. And then after that's done, well, let me show you. You see I have the trailer tires. They're all in primer. They've all been sanded really good. They're all in primer. The only thing I may do is paint the insides of them, even though it's probably, you know, it ain't necessary. But, you know, you have bare metal on them, where I cleaned them off. But we're going to paint them. I got some light epoxy primer that we're going to put this whole thing in. And then the black urethane is going to go on here. I just bought that today with the urethane, the reducer, and the hardener. I bought the fast hardener. It was just about 160 bucks for a quart. So a quart should do it. But what we're going to do, and I went ahead and I warmed up Tatanka and took her for a nice little ride because she's been sitting for a month and a half. And we got the tank on full, people, because we don't want moisture getting in the tank, in the diesel. But let's give you a little rundown of what we've got here. I actually got the yard really in nice shape. I don't know if you can see this, but I mowed all the leaves to the edge of the woods. And of course the greenhouse is, we're pretty much done with that for the winter. So everything is put up nice, but it's very nice in there. And it's very dry, and the situation says if you just want to enjoy nature and you want to go outside, the temperature is usually a little warmer in there. Matter of fact, let's go take a peek. It's pretty cold outside. I'd say it's in the 30s, low 30s. Let's see what we got in here. Even though the window's open, let's get this shut, matter of fact. But look what we got here. It says 40 degrees in here. Now that's not bad. That's not bad, people. So at the end of the day, we're doing good, and we're doing a situation that says we're ready to roll. We've got the pots all ready for the springtime. As you can see, the greenhouse was actually a wonderful project. And you know, sometimes you do things even though you know you're capable and you know you have certain abilities, but sometimes you look back on it later in life and you say, man, what a great deal that was. What a nice job. A job that said I didn't cut corners. A job that said we went all the way, 3 coats of paint and primer on that wood. And it's a wood and it's a primer and a paint that says there's no toxins in it. It won't hurt your vegetables. So none of this is treated lumber. We don't want none of that in our vegetables. But hey, take a look. I had some guy on the YouTube one time. I think it was YouTube. He said, he put on there, oh, that lumber will never hold up. It will never hold up regular lumber, even if you paint it. Now, I've coated this last year or this spring, I think. Maybe it was this spring. But I don't know. I think maybe he's wrong, okay? Because this is whenever the pandemic started. I don't know when that was, 2020. And here we are going into the third winter with it. So, yeah, we're looking at it and we're saying to ourselves, I think that dude just didn't know what he was talking about. And, you know, we're ready to move on and we're ready to get on down the highway. And here's one thing I want to show you. My buddy was talking about pallets today, a friend of mine. But take a look at these plastic pallets. Now, they're durable and they have a smooth top on them. And them are a pallet that says, we ain't fooling around. I actually have an extra one. So if my friend watches this video, if he hits me up, he knows who he is. And don't be trying to take it out from under him, people, because he's the only one that talked about a pallet earlier today. So, but if you reached out and if you need that other plastic pallet, the situation is I'm gonna hook you up. But hey, look at this. These are the old trailer tires. I've got to get rid of them possibly tomorrow because we've got to get a little bit more wood, and we've got to get a situation that says we need to make sure we have plenty of wood. The dump trailer is hanging in there. Look how nice. There's no rust in it. I did a quality job. Let me just say this. Quality job painting this thing. It had the primers. It had all the stuff properly done. And, of course, we've got the Connexes. And let me just take you in here because I know someone's I see someone on there itching to get in here and take a look at it and see what I actually have. So let's take a look. Now it's a little dark in here, but take a look at this Connex. It's nice and dry in here. Now I don't have much light, so but you can see the four-wheeler. Let's take a look. I've got to actually go get a battery for this. But as you can see, we've got some tooling in here. I don't know if you can actually see it, but look how nice and durable this baby is. This is a situation that says this is going to keep the animals and rodents and stuff out, and even the hard weather, you know, off stuff. There's my chipper. I got my table saw, my chop saw. Let's go ahead and shut this light off, and let's get up and down out of the highway here and say we've got to take a look at some other stuff before we get done with the video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut this. So let's get this up. Give me 1 second, people. There we go. We got her shut. The truck is tucked away under there. What else can I show you? Oh, we want to see the boiler, because I think I got to add some wood to this baby. 176, she says. Let's check the water level. Woohoo! She's up there. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Now, this has been going since last night, so... Oh, yeah. There we go. Now, I use a little hoe. That's what I use. I use a little hoe, and I get it moving around. It won't take long. It won't take but a few minutes, and this will be blazing hot again because the air's hitting it. But you can already see it starting to pick up. We've got to actually get a little bit of... Would you like to do a little chore with me tonight? DIYers. Let's go in here. Let's take a look at this wood. And let's say I have a situation. This is how I load my wood stove right here. I have an old wheelbarrow. And that's what I do. I just grab some wood like this. It's real easy. It's really efficient. And it keeps your hand-eye coordination right up to speed. And if I drop one, it'll be just because I've been grinding all day and my arms might be a little tight. I don't think I'm going to miss one. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. But that's usually... Oh! I missed one. It went right over the top. So that happens, you know. But we got some cherry. This is what I do to load up my stove, people. Let's get this one. Let's pick it up. Let's put it back in the pile. And let's move on down the highway. Now, it's just that simple. Look at that. Look how nice and hot she's getting already. Just because the air's hitting it. But we are really, you hear that? That was a damper opening up at 174. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and stack this in here. Now, what I like to do is keep it more towards the front because you don't get any creosote or nothing like that coming up on the front door. But it only takes a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Maybe once, if it's real cold, you might want to top it off before you go to bed. But this will last right through tomorrow once I get this loaded up. And this is that wood I got from that fella for $50 a cord delivered to the house. So we're really, really making a cheap situation here, keeping the house warm. Get it right in there. Now, a lot of people say, why don't you just put the big chunks of wood in there? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Well, here's why. When you're reaching in there like I am, and you have a big chunk, and you misjudge it, you'll skin your hand, your knuckles on all this. And honestly, it really doesn't save you no time or money because you're basically trying to load the stove. You're not trying to break your fingers and twist your back trying to put big pieces in there. I think that's like a 2x2 door, but I'm not trying to put big pieces in there. As you can see, I do have a wood splitter over here. And that situation was a good deal too, so I can chop it up as small as I want, but a lot of people try to talk you into that. Oh, get the big chunks, because they don't want to split them, and they think that it's saving you money and time when it's not saving you nothing but a headache. Because at the end of the day, like I said, those bigger pieces are heavier, and you go ahead and reach in there and you misbalance or misjudge it, you'll take the fingers, your finger skin, and it'll come right off. But that's all it takes, people, and that will get going really nice. It's actually not bad out. It's probably in the low 30s, but I'm dressed for it. I got a couple layers, so. But it's warm. Right here, I feel heat radiating off that stove. And a lot of times what I'll do, if my hands are cold in the winter, I'll just come open the door and stand in front of it like that and get warm. Because at the end of the day, we got our water sample in. We send it in every year. The Molly 360, it keeps everything inside from, there's absolutely no way it's gonna rust if you keep the pH balance right. So there's a 25-year warranty on the stove. If you keep the water sample sent in every year and you don't mess it up, if anything happens, they warranty it. It's a great company out of Minnesota. It's a Central Boiler, and honestly, this is the smallest one they make. It's a CL Classic 4030, and my house is like 2,800 square feet, and it keeps it just as toasty as you want. You don't really need a big one. A big one, basically, if you want to fill it once every 3 days, that might be your option. But me, I don't care. I'd rather fill it once a day when I'm home, and I have people to fill it when I'm gone, family members, so. Which are also living in the house, so they enjoy the heat and they enjoy working on the stove and saying, hey, a little exercise. Take a look at it. She's starting to pick up right now. It's that quick, people. That wood just takes right off. But a shout out to the Gravely. I got the Gravely mowed everything tomorrow through before I have to go back to Pennsylvania, I think Friday evening. So before I leave, I want to make sure I have more wood in the shed. I want to reload that. I want to get the dump trailer painted, primed and painted. I want to get the Gravely cleaned up, and that's going in one of the Connexes. I need to get a battery for the four-wheeler. I got a lot to do, people. I got a lot to do in a very short time. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because when you're out and you know your family's all warm, there's nothing really to worry about. You just go ahead and keep yourself warm, make that cornbread, and keep making that money and say, hey, winter's coming where I'll have a little more time off. And the other thing is I want to show you behind here, we need to clean out some of the woods, like a 20 by 40 section back there, and them Connexes going back there. So come springtime, I'm going to put them back there, and I'm going to bring in some fill. I need to bring in about a foot of fill, and we're going to get them back there leveled up, and that will be very, very nice. It'll be off my main grass area, and we'll be able to, I'm going to put like maybe a 14 or 16 foot area in between it, maybe 12, I don't know, I got to figure it out, where I can have like a carport, so I can park maybe a truck under it, or I can park four-wheelers and tractors under it, and it will basically be a covered top, because I'm going to do like a triangle trusses across the top of it. But yeah, there's the Gravely. She's really very happy to have that mower. That's one of the best purchases I've ever purchased in my career, and we're ready to get this Dodge underway. As soon as we get the trailer built, we're going to get the trailer out of the way. Sometimes you have to prioritize things, and you have to say, if I leave that trailer over the winter like that, it's only going to sit there and re-rust. And I spent a lot of time getting that thing prepped in self-etch primer, so I have to figure that out right now. Even though I have other projects I want to do, that's the one that says, hey, you got to finish up, at least get it to where the bottom is on and the axles and everything are on it, so I can come in next year and I can pull it up on a driveway and spend a week. I'm going to build the top portion of it. It's going to have the dump bed working and operational. It's already on the road technically. So we are going to have a dump trailer come spring of 2024, and we're going to say, hey, we see trees on the side of the road, we're going to feed this thing with it. We'll go get them trees and little logs, we'll throw them in the dump trailer, bring them back, dump them off, wood splitter in the shed. It's a whole, I have a whole thing going on with it, but we're going to get it underway. And the situation says we're going to have free heat when they throw them, when any kind of storm comes through or anything like that, we're going to have some free heat. And let's not forget, we have little Evie over there. We're going to get out on the water again, maybe get some of them perch come springtime, maybe some of them walleye. We've got a lot of living to do, people. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make everything, how do I put this, where you, the DIYer, can take a look at it from the outside and say, if he can do that, I can do that. But we've got another little project coming up. We're going to help a fella out with a tire changer. And I'm going to maybe do some videos on that, how to make the duck bill, how to do some things. There's some things I got in the mix. I just got home, so there'll be more videos coming, but I just wanted to give you an update. I wanted to come out here and get warm, and I wanted to show you the update on the trailer, actually. But it's getting dark, so let's take one last look at her, because I know you want to take a look at them hangers, and you want to say, man, look at that, he got them hangers on. It ain't long now. He's gonna have them axles back under it, and then he's gonna have them tires under it, and new wheels. Did you see the brand new wheels? Did I show you these? Excuse me, not wheels, tires. Take a look at those. Brand new. I got 4 of them. $333 or $35 off Amazon. Nice trailer tires too. So we're gonna mount them, and yeah, I know. I wanted to show you this too. Let me show you this other thing I want to show you. Hold on. I got a tire changer, and I wanted to show this piece right here. Take a look at that. Whoa! Somebody's got a nice tapered end that goes right in the wheels without ruining them. But we're ready to rock and roll. We got the trailer. We're in a situation now that says, let's go. Let's get her done. Let's not stop now. So I encourage you, if you got any projects out there and you're saying it's winter time, let's just forget about that. Let's sit on the couch. Let's forget about all the projects. I say no. Let's get outside and let's get her done, people, because if you live here in upstate New York, you must remember one thing and one thing only. If you're waiting on the weather to do your projects, you're going to be waiting until you're long gone, because the weather's not going to hold up. You have to work in the cold. You have to work in the rain. You have to make ways and find ways that says, I'm willing to do it whatever way I can. But I know this looks like a pile of scrap to you, and you probably think to yourself, that's just nothing but a piece of junk trailer. But when it's done, I want you to know one thing. Somebody's going to look at that, and it might even be the UPS guy again. He might say, wow, that's a nice dump trailer. And I'm telling you something right now. If the FedEx or the UPS guys recognize your stuff and they say how nice it is, they see a lot of things. They travel. That's all they do. When they say something's nice that you have, you better believe it's nice. Okay? Well, this is Bri. I got to get on down the highway. I've got to get in there, and I've got to get some of these leftover hanger steaks I made. So we'll talk to you later.